Welcome to the Indoor Cycling Channel, the global community for indoor cycling and spinning. Every week we feature badass studios and rockstar instructors. And you also get spin classes absolutely free. So hit the subscribe button to avoid missing the world's greatest studios and instructors. And don't forget to like and share. Hello everybody and welcome to another fantastic episode of Indoor Cycling Channel TV's interview with the fabulous Chevy. Now, before we get into the goodness that I'm going to feel is coming this way from this interview, you know what you've got to do. You've got to subscribe. This is if you are obsessed with spin as much as we all are, then you've got to hit that subscribe so you do not miss anything fantastic coming your way, just like this interview. Everybody say hello to Chevy.
Hey, what's up?
Hello. Where are you coming from, Chevy, for everybody who's out there?
I am in gorgeous Los Angeles, California, in the South Bay.
Now, we were just saying prior, I am very jealous. We do not get weather like this. We do not get outdoor studios like this in the UK. So I'm very jealous here. So, right, let's start off with the deets. Let's start off with the regular details. Where do you offer spin? Like, what is the location, this sunny location I'm looking at right here, right now?
Yes, so this is RydeFYR. Originally, we were an indoor cycling studio. I actually opened November of 2019, just before the pandemic hit. So here in California, our rules became more and more strict. So we actually ended up moving. We went through a transition where we were in the park. And now here we are in this amazing new space that we just came to in March. It's in Hermosa Beach, California. We are less than a mile from the beach. We get the sea breeze, the ocean air flowing through our hair as we ride our bikes in what we call the RydeFYR Oasis. So this is our new outdoor space.
It literally looks like an oasis. When you're talking about the sea, I haven't been to the seaside in so long. Oh, you
gotta come visit.
I have to. As soon as who knows what's going on with travel wise, but I find that quite interesting because that is like, you know, a lot of people when it came to lockdown, hurdles, barriers, things like that. But the adoption of an outside spin studio, that was pretty smart, pretty clever. There you go.
Thank you.
Break it down for me. Tell me about this studio. How many teachers have you got? How many people come along? What are your lessons like? Give me all the details.
You got it. So originally I had 5 instructors, 3 studio staff, a maintenance person, but then the pandemic hit. And as every business owner knows, you have to be able to pivot. So currently at the RydeFYR Oasis, it's me, myself, and I teach all the classes here.
Strong independent women that don't need no employees.
Hey, no employees. I do have one staff member. Her name is Eileen. She comes and she helps me with check-in and things like that sometimes when she's available. But yeah, it's me. My husband works behind the scenes to help me. He's kind of doing the maintenance thing whenever we need it, fixing the lights, doing that kind of thing. And my sister worked with me for a long time and she always does pop in and help too. But pretty much it is me. This is 110% a female Black-owned business run by me. You see me, you hear me on the phone. I'm customer service. I am, as you want to say, I am every woman for RydeFYR.
I'm every woman. You should finish all the rides with that. Just like, oh yeah. No, well that is very impressive because a lot of people have struggled to pivot and you have managed to do it, you know, without that many people. Obviously, I feel like family and husbands are obligated. If they want a happy life, then they have to help out. Then there you go.
The best.
But that is very, very impressive. Now, was it quite daunting going outside, doing this all by yourself, getting rid of your stuff? Was that kind of a scary time for you?
I can't tell you enough how challenging this process of going through COVID was. It was for me as it was for everyone else. And while we are still alive, every day is still a challenge. We never know what to expect from day to day. So we're just grateful to be here every single day, which is how coincidentally you should live your life anyway. If you can, just be grateful for where you're at on your journey. But yes, it was an extremely difficult time. You know, when we went into lockdown here in California, we were locked down for 3 months straight, where you pretty much could just go to the grocery store. Eventually you could like take a trip through the car wash and like that was it. So there was no business whatsoever. We pivoted to online at that point. I created an online on demand location, and I was doing the IG live thing. And at that point, my staff, they, you know, there was really nothing we could do. Our hands were tied. By the time I was able to sort of reopen, we didn't have an outdoor space at our previous location. There was no parking lot nearby. There was nothing. And we were so fortunate to be able to work with the city of Manhattan Beach and just sort of pop up in the park, where we took U-Haul trucks, my husband and I, every day, rolling these big, 100-pound bikes into this U-Haul truck, and we popped up there. But unfortunately, we didn't have any money to bring on any staff. And at the same time, most of my employees, my instructors, they were starting their own online businesses. They were looking for other opportunities to work full time, where they could get the benefits and the safety of insurance that you really, really need during these crazy times. So even though it was a challenge for us, everyone sort of found their own path, and I was able to support my instructors on their journeys. They were able to support me on mine. Most of my staff members, they all ended up finding other jobs. My sister still helped me out because she's sister love. And my husband was also at the realms of everything, helping me out with check-ins and things like that. So the three of us, we sort of just became a family business. And we just made it work. And everyone was really understanding. It was a challenge for sure. I miss my staff members for sure. I have one instructor, Brittany, shout out to you. She is always on standby and prepared to come back, but she already had a full-time job. So this was kind of like her side gig anyway. Coincidentally, I'm going to her wedding tomorrow, so we're still incredibly great friends. And the second that I'm able to bring more instructors on, the second that it makes sense financially and from a safety perspective and from all of that, I will 110% be ready to do that. But for now, it's just me.
I feel like you are on the precipice of an explosion, because I'm all about the positivity. Things will get better. You believe in the positivity, it will happen. And then this place is going to explode. So do you think you're going to stay in this location? Have you kind of adopted this as your new home?
We actually have. We have fallen in love with the outdoor experience. We have the most incredible airflow here. Obviously, being right by the beach, we do get that ocean breeze. We also have classes that even if they start at like 5 o'clock, they're at night. So you get the immersive experience that you would in a dark room right here in the Oasis. I have incredible lighting all around, so you get a chance to experience that club-like atmosphere that RydeFYR is known for. And what's really awesome is that we don't disturb any of our neighbors, because we have the best silent disco headset system. So you can crank it up as loud as you want for your own experience, for you, but you're not disturbing anyone around you. So it's great.
That is so cool, because I was going to ask, I was like, how does it work? Have you got like speak? But the whole silent headband things, I haven't come across a studio like this. This is really cool.
Oh, awesome.
Yes,
I'm glad.
this is really cool. I'm very impressed. I mean, like I said, I'm from the UK. We don't have anything like that out here. That is so cool. And how have your riders responded with this new kind of location, opening up in this new way? Like, has it been well received?
Our riders are the lifeblood of this brand, of this company. We are affectionately called the Fire Fam, #FireFam on Instagram. Truly and honestly, my riders are the reason that I'm here, are the reason that RydeFYR is still here. Throughout the course of the pandemic, they supported us. They showed up in the park. They show up now here at the new Oasis that we have for RydeFYR. The most incredible community of supportive, loving, generous souls ride here, and we sweat and we torture each other and we uplift each other and we cry together and we laugh together. And we have fun events as well. We do have Fire Fam pop-ups where, we'll do a ride and then we'll go just up the street and hang out on the beach together, or have drinks, a happy hour together, Fire family dinners. So, we do have a beautiful community. Anyone and everyone is welcome to join. That's what makes this boutique space so special, is that you feel really welcome when you come here. I pride myself on making sure that I welcome anyone new, and all of my Fire family members are 110% the most welcoming, sweet, loving people you will ever meet in your life. So I can't say enough good things about the Fire fam.
I want to be part of it. I'm so annoyed I'm so far away, but that is such a great community to be building, it, that you're spending time with each other outside of it as well. And that is that whole family ethic to just keep pushing each other forward. If anybody is in the local area, I definitely think they need to be getting on board. Now, I'm gonna venture back. I'm gonna go down this family history. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna venture down that path. Look at this family tree a little bit. So
Okay.
tell me the history of, your cycling studio, but also you as a person. Give me kind of where fitness started with you.
It's actually pretty funny. For me personally, I worked in corporate marketing and sales for over a decade, climbing the
Wow.
corporate ladder. I did pharmaceutical sales. I was an auto show girl, and I worked my way up to being pretty much a supervisor of North American auto shows for a major brand. I literally lived the corporate 9 to 5 grind, and fitness was where I found my respite every day. And then at some point I realized I want to take my knowledge of fitness a little bit further, not necessarily because I wanted to teach, because I never thought I could, to be honest with you, but because I wanted to just learn a little bit more. I was curious. So that's when I enrolled in my first yoga teacher training, got my 200-hour certification, realized that it was too powerful not to share. So I started teaching on the side while keeping my corporate job. And then I found SoulCycle, and I fell in love with SoulCycle. I went in and auditioned for that after taking less than 5 classes. Who did I think I was? I don't know. I don't know. I was that girl.
Natural. Oh yeah.
I was not. I definitely was not, because I was rejected. I was flat out rejected and told, nope, got that email, shed those tears that night. And then I was like, who do I think I am? 5 classes. And, everyone else in this room of 50 people has done this, for years. Anyway, for whatever reason, someone saw my tape at SoulCycle Corporate from my audition, and they said, we think you have something special. Would you be interested in our recruit program? I don't even know that they have this anymore. This was back in 2016. A whole different crew of people was working then. So I don't think I'm giving away anything, but they asked me to be a SoulCycle recruit, which meant I had to ride X number of times a week and progress and really just figure out what rhythm riding was, because I was riding to the rhythm, but I didn't understand what's a lead leg. Am I doing push-ups correctly? Am I truly on the rhythm, or am I riding in front of it or behind it? And things like that I needed to figure out. And so I did that for 3 months, re-auditioned, got into the program with no guarantee of a job, went through the SoulCycle training for 3 months, somehow miraculously graduated, even though I was affectionately called by some of the internal staff the wild card, because there was really no guarantee with me. I was a wild card. So listen, if you're ever considered the wild card, just believe in you.
Confidence. And then I've got to believe in you. Yeah.
You've got to believe in you, even when no one else does, even if you only taken 5 classes and okay. So anyway, I digress.
maybe like take like 6 or 7, like five was very ambitious, but I
don't recommend it.
Brilliant.
But I got on the schedule right away. I taught my first classes actually in New York, and then they shipped me back to LA, and I got immediately on the schedule in my home studio in Manhattan Beach. Started to fall in love with the community there, worked there from 2016 through 2019. And then I opened RydeFYR again in November of 2019. So it's been quite a journey to get to this place right here as a full-time fitness professional, as an entrepreneur, small business owner. But it's been a beautiful journey, and I've really appreciated every step along the way. Have there been setbacks? Have there been challenges? Of course, everyone has those, right? I got told no when I went to try to out for SoulCycle. No one would have ever thought that the wild card girl would be the one that would open her own studio. But the entire time, no matter how many challenges I faced, I just truly felt that it was important to believe in myself. And that's something that I preach every single day on the bike or on the mat. I truly come from a place of you have to believe it to achieve it. If you don't believe in you, no one else is going to. But if you believe in you, I promise you, you will get to where you're going.
Amazing. Well, I only crazy people would bet against you with this amount of determination.
Oh, you're sweet.
Amazing. No, because I always think, and it's something to do with spin. And I've always said this, everybody I interview, there is some element of determination, fire, passion, something that spin encapsulates in its motions and things like that. And you are.
And I love that you use the word fire. So thank you for that.
Yes, all about the fire. Okay, so I'm gonna touch back on your corporate life, because that you don't strike me as a corporate gal, and so it's quite surprising that was your history. But what was it? What was that world? And then why fitness? Why did you get drawn? Because of course you get told, oh, the corporate ladder, riches, comfort, all of this, and it's what's kind of built into society as the done thing. And if you're on that ladder, it is a huge choice to get off it, to jump off that ladder. So what was it about fitness that really made it that choice, made that life decision for you?
That is a great question. For me, I wanted to wake up in the morning and feel like I was inspiring and motivating someone else to be their best self. And I felt like in my corporate life, not only was I not doing that for myself, but I wasn't doing that for anyone else. So for me, it was a really easy decision to want to become a fitness professional, giving up my full-time salary that was pretty cushy, giving up, my own health insurance and my guaranteed, 401k contribution. That was very difficult. I'm very blessed that I have an incredibly supportive family. I planned for it. So I would say, if you're going to take a leap of faith like that, please plan for it. Please make sure that you've got enough savings to carry you through for a while. I was fortunate enough, my husband, he works as an attorney, although everyone looks at him like he's like the maintenance guy and the guy that just shows up to my class. He's a full-time partner at a major law firm. So I was very blessed to be able to have support in that way. And again, incredibly supportive family and friends as well, that were always like, listen, Chevy, if you want to do this, we might think you're crazy, but we've thought you were crazy for other things you've done in your life before, and you always managed to pull through. So aren't we all just a little crazy in one way or another? Take the leap of faith. We love you. We support you. We trust you. You got this. So.
Wow, they sound amazing. And do you feel like, because obviously that you've taken that leap of faith, and that is a difficult time to kind of work through, stay positive, things like that, do you feel like because you got through it, because you've done that and you had that support, is that kind of what you're breeding into your studio and your riders? Is that kind of reflected in what you give out within the studio environment?
110%. I like to think of RydeFYR as more than just a community. Yes, we are a community, but we are family. And so it's really important that we support one another. And even if you don't know the person that's next to you, maybe they're brand new, this is their first class, this is your opportunity to welcome them like family. This is your opportunity to ride with them and feel the rhythm with them the same way you do in your life with your family, right? You feel that rhythm sometimes with no words, and you support that person in your family or in your life, regardless of what they're going through, because sometimes you don't know what other people are going through. I don't know what every single one of my riders is going through on the day-to-day, but they know that I'm always here to support them. They know that the Fire fam is always here to support them. And so whether they're at a place where they want to share what they're going through or not, is irrelevant. We are here for you. We support you. We love you. We encourage you on your journey.
No, that's amazing, because it is one of those things, a lot of people, to even say the issues that they're facing, but to just feel an ethos and a feeling of support can make all the difference. Now, you've obviously been doing this since, you said 2016, so you've taught
Yes.
many riders within that time, things like that. Do you have
Yes.
somebody in your mind's eye that you remember as the most maybe influential student for you and your practices, that, you know, the story that sticks out in your mind of a person that really had a, you know, a life turnaround within the world of spin, because it has the power to do that?
It really does. And, you know, I have been so fortunate and so blessed to meet so many people and to even be a part of their journey, even for one day. And they tell you that one thing on the way out, like, that was an amazing class. You just uplifted my day or my week, is always really inspiring and makes me feel like my heart is singing. But it's hard to pick just one person, because there are so many stories. You know, obviously it's always really wonderful to hear about people who have lost X amount of pounds from riding with me on the day to day, or from yoga sculpting with me, or whatever modality I might be teaching. But I would say the most impactful moments for me that I hear is when, usually it's a woman, because I for whatever reason, I tend to gravitate towards being a woman's woman, if you haven't gathered that already about me, a girl's girl. Usually when a woman comes to me and she tells me, listen, you know, I had one student, one writer, she told me she had applied for a particular program. She was trying to get into med school, and she had some things that happened in her past that were making it challenging for her to get into some of these programs. And she had given up all hope. She was going to just give up on being a doctor. She rode with me for about a year. And then she decided, after all of my mantras and all of me just pumping her up and telling her that she can do anything, if you believe it, you can achieve it, and all of that good stuff, she decided to apply again. And she got in. And she is thriving and on her way to being a doctor right now. And even though she no longer rides with me because she had to move away to a different state, her story is just one of many of women who have come to me and said, you know, I didn't believe in myself, but I actually walked in and I talked to my boss and I asked for a raise, or I actually decided to take a leap of faith and quit doing what I was doing for a job. And because I've heard your story, I decided that I want to start my own business. Those are the stories when you just believe in yourself in just a deeper way, and you feel that fire, as you so eloquently said. That's what truly makes my heart sing the most.
Wow. Now the domino effect of your influence is that essentially you quitting and becoming an instructor at one day will save people's lives, because you influenced that female to become a doctor. That's the domino effect, and the power of spin and the power of fitness. And of course,
you gave me chills. That's wild. I never.
Have you ever thought about that is, you know, when people do that, and then when they make their own businesses and they take that leap of faith, that then, you know, that creativity and that security in whatever they build can be tracked back to a spin class with you.
It's wild, because honestly, people don't realize that we all have a unique superpower like that. I didn't even really ever think of it that way until you said it, but we all have that power within ourselves. And sometimes it takes a spin bike for you to unlock the knowledge that you have that power. And what is so beautiful is that everyone that you meet for a reason. Every step you take on your journey, you take for a reason. And I know that sounds so cliche, but just like you said, me randomly deciding I want to be a fitness instructor and quitting my job has allowed me to be where I am today. And I do wake up happy every morning, and I do feel like I touch people's lives, and I feel really honored to be a part, just even a small part of my writer's journey.
Amazing. Well, I mean, you're already lifting my day up, and I haven't even gotten on a bike, Like, how is that? I'm not even, the endorphins aren't even channeling around my body, and yet I'm still happier today for talking to you. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not going to swoon all over you because that would be weird. But what we're going to do, just gonna get a girl crush over here now. I'm just gonna ignore that.
We just have a mutual love for each other. That's okay.
That's all right. So, right, I'm gonna get back to we're now gonna be bigging up you, because we're coming to the end of this interview now, and you need to give yourself praise, big up, all of this. So what I want to know is the classes that you offer, kind of give it a breakdown of how long they are, kind of the style, and also if you do anything else. So because I heard obviously yoga, you do a bit of that as well.
Yes. So here at RydeFYR, at the RydeFYR Oasis in Hermosa Beach, you get the opportunity to enjoy a 45-minute rhythm ride right now exclusively with me, your girl Chevy. You can find the information on that at RydeFYR.com. And you book online. Everything is done online. It's virtual. We will sweat. You will be immersed in the lighting and the sound, and you will get that headset system, which is a lot of fun. And then, yes, I do have an online portal that you can go to for on-demand rides. So if you prefer to stay home and you have a spin bike at home, you are more than welcome to join me on Fire on Demand. You can also find information on that on RydeFYR.com. And last but not least, I am a yoga instructor. I do love yoga so much. You can find some of my older workouts on the Tone It Up app. I am still a Tone It Up trainer. But I'm also launching my own brand new portal where I'm going to do live yoga sculpt classes and live strength training classes, because I'm a personal trainer as well. And those will be coming in October. So you'll be able to find more information on that on ChevyLaurent.com. But first, just keep in touch with me on @ChevyLaurent at Instagram. And, or did I say at Instagram? On Instagram. Instagram.
All of that stuff, dots, whatever, commas, all of that. Yeah, I know. We know what it is.
Chevy Laurent. Just Google me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
But yes, actually stalk me. It'll be fine.
I will stalk you back on Instagram. So, let's be friends.
That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said. Oh, no, that is fantastic. And what we are going to do, we're going to put up all your tags. So if you've actually, don't worry, we'll pop it all up. Not a problem. So
okay,
that is you. But what I want you to do is leave with a message to either, prospective riders, people maybe all around the world who may watch this and think, you know what, I need to try spin. What would be your recommendation, your words of wisdom for that person who's sitting on the fence thinking about it?
For the person who is sitting on the fence and you're not sure if spin is right for you, I say just do it. I'm wearing the Nike swoosh. Just do it. There is nothing that can happen to you, but you'll just simply say, you know what, it's not for me if you try it. But you could try it and absolutely fall in love, and you will never know unless you try it. So take a leap of faith. Pop yourself into a spin class. You're welcome to come to RydeFYR. We welcome anyone and everyone to our outdoor oasis. But even if it's not at RydeFYR, or even if you're not taking a virtual class with me, find an instructor that you love, that you vibe with, that motivates and inspires you, and just go for it.
Amazing. What a perfect way to end a motivational interview with that motivational moment. Well, Chevy, it's been absolutely lovely to talk to you. I've had a lovely time. Oh my goodness. We should do this more often. If I'm ever in the area, if they ever let me fly, I'm totally coming to see you for sure.
I would love that. I'm holding you to it.
But as long as there's SPF, because I am pale, the sunlight does not enjoy me at all. We are not friends. So I'll be in the shadows. As long as there's a shady bike for me, I'll be there.
You got it. We've got some sails. Hopefully you can see them. So you can just get right under one of these sails.
Right underneath. UVA. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. I'm sure everybody watching this will give you a follow, and maybe we'll touch base soon and we'll see how you progress and how you evolve with RydeFYR.
I would love that. Thank you so much.
No worries at all. Thank you so much.